Welcome back to another episode of the Microgreen Thumbcast. This is the go-to podcast for all things microgreens. Where are your competitors' distributing channels? These are good to know. Where are your competitors in a local grocery store? Are they going direct to consumer? Do they have special delivery methods like home deliveries or custom coolers? This stuff can help you figure out where you can add value in the ordering of microgreens into customers' hands. So you got to know all that stuff, guys, what they're doing. Andy, what are your competitors doing? Similar sell channels to you at all?
I honestly don't know. I know they're doing the farmers markets and stuff like that, but beyond that, I don't really
You
I
haven't
haven't
ran
really
anybody
followed
in your
them.
grocery
They're
stores?
all they're all so brand new,
Yeah.
and that's why I think it's like it's not worth going too crazy with it just yet because they're all just starting. But I know we've had one additional guy come into one of the grocery stores we're in recently. It's actually that same one, the very first one we ever got in. We've had one. Obviously, when we went in, there was a competitor. We took them out, and then another person came in. Their stuff sold for a little bit, and then they went away. Now there's a third guy that's come in at this point. He's actually selling the packs in the same size that what you guys use, the big flat, containers, which is fine. But they don't have sliders, so they're literally just stacked on top of each other. It's really not great looking, unfortunately. But yeah, so his labels are getting a little bit better. Initially it was all handwritten. I have terrible handwriting and I couldn't even read them. So I was like, oh boy, I hope this guy figures this out. So luckily he was able to kind of get his labels moving forward a little bit further. But he's also labeling them as organic, which I'm not sure if he's allowed to do. So that's a little interesting. But I know Joe, has said it many times in the groups. I guess if you're under $5,000 a year in sales in that particular thing, you can get away with it. So I'm guessing that might be what he's counting on. I'm not really 100% sure. I just say he. I don't even know if it's a woman or a guy.
That's not a good
But
way to go, though. Once you hit over $5,001, which I hope you're going for,
yeah,
you're going to be in trouble. I mean,
yeah,
so
yep. And it's just, he could be growing them organically. I'd be shocked because, obviously you and I both tested many organic soils with microgreens. They all suck for the most part
you might
in
have one.
comparison to, huh? Oh, I hope you do. I really super hope you do.
It's a brand new product. We are testing it right now. It's so far the tests are going really, really good.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that because I've been dying to get a good quality organic soil for a long time.
Only
So we
problem
could
is
actually,
we have to order it by the half truckload or truckload.
oh man,
Yeah,
yikes.
that's not cheap. If anybody knows, it's not
No,
cheap at all.
yeah, that's a lot. But
Yeah,
yeah. So it's I don't remember what we were talking about now. So I
organic.
wasn't
Somebody
sure.
labeled
That's
him
right.
labeled
Yeah.
us organic.
So yeah. So he's slowly getting there. His products are getting a little bit better, which is nice. I haven't tried any of them or tasted any of them. It hasn't slowed our sales down at all. At this point, they haven't asked to change the order at all. So, and if it was, then they definitely would be,
Yeah.
because they're pretty proactive about changing the amounts up or down depending. So at this point, it is what it is. We're two people competing against each other, and we're both selling decent amount of stuff. I assume. I assume. Ours hasn't changed whatsoever, so that's a good thing for us, I guess, that it
Yeah.
hasn't impacted our sales at all. But and hopefully he's filling a void of things that they didn't want to stock that I grow, or things that I don't even grow. So that's fine. Because ultimately, the more people have better options, then it's all good across the board. So,
For sure.
but in the end, all it's doing is proving that there's a market in this area for microgreens. Because if ours were, settled down and his settled down, and they both dropped in sales overall because you can only have so many microgreens go out the door every week, then that just proves that there's a market here. So,
Yeah.
that's why I say don't be afraid of competition. It's a good thing. It just goes to show that there's a reason why people are growing and selling in your area because people are looking for them.